now the latest around the wide world of tropics. Struck Weather Bulletin for July 13th. Well, here we are on the 13th day of July. No tropical cyclones active. A good sight to see given the activity we've seen, especially with Elsa a few days ago finally dissipating. It's day 194 of the year. 39 storms have formed so far, although it looks like we could be hitting the 40 mark soon. It's day 43 of Atlantic hurricane season. No storms are active. Elsa, of course, is now long gone, and nothing is expected in the next 5 days there. Definitely what we want to be seeing, of course. It's just a matter of how long this will last. In the Eastern Pacific, it's day 59 of hurricane season there. Two areas of interest. You have Invest 96E, that is the one on the left there, 70% chance of development, and another area of interest that already has a 70% chance of development right behind it. In the Western Pacific, we have assigned a 30% area of interest to the east of the Philippines, pretty much out to sea in a way, although it is heading towards Japan, and that might be something that they will have to monitor as we head into the next week or two. 30% chance of development at this time, could become a tropical storm. In the North Indian Ocean, nothing of course. It is that gap still where we do not anticipate much of activity at all. There is Invest 95S in the South Indian Ocean, but we do not anticipate any development and have it as a 0% chance of development. Here's the satellite imagery of the Atlantic. Not much going on, but you can see a low there off of the Bahamas and Florida that has been producing showers and thunderstorms. Although it looks kinda cool on satellite imagery, it's not expected to develop into anything. In the Eastern Pacific, you can make out 96E, which has been getting itself more organized. Much of its development will be going towards Wednesday and Thursday, and it is likely we see a storm by the weekend there. Same case for the storm to the east of it, that is looking to be starting development this weekend. In the Western Pacific, we're not looking at much at the moment. Of course, 97W, which became 7W, and then 8W were short-lived, and now here we are looking at a little more of a blank canvas than what we saw last time. Although, of course, there's some interesting load that's going on in the Philippine Sea. Not sure if that is going to be the thing that helps create the area of interest that we are looking at towards the next few days. In the North Indian Ocean, of course, it's monsoonal activity, although it has pretty much spread into the Arabian Sea. We've been seeing the Arabian Sea remain pretty clear, although that does not appear to be the case tonight. We're looking at both the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea in terms of that. Here's the Eastern Pacific floater on 96E. You can see how showers and thunderstorms have really begun to pop up over the last 24 hours. Not much clear of a sign of major vorticity yet, but of course it is expected to continue organizing, and we could see some of that develop over the next few days. You can see that with the sea surface temperatures, they are definitely favorable, 28 to 29 degrees sea surface temps, although there are a few pockets of 30 degrees Celsius, a little bit more than what we have been seeing. In the Atlantic, we're looking at the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean remaining around 27 to 28 degrees Celsius. The main development region starting to show it more with their 28 degrees Celsius isotherms, although there's still quite a bit of areas that still remain under 27. And then, of course, as you get more towards the north in the subtropics, those are when it starts to cool. In the North Indian Ocean, we're still looking at those sea surface temperatures remaining relatively warm around 28 degrees Celsius, although as you get closer to the western portions of the Arabian Sea, it starts to get cooler. In the Western Pacific, we're still looking at the warmest temperatures being the 30-degree isotherm in the South China Sea and the Philippine Sea. And in the South Indian Ocean, as well as the Australian region, we're still looking at pretty cool sea surface temperatures, not supportive of tropical cyclone development, and that will also be what hinders 95S as we head into the next several days. Here are the sea surface temperature anomalies. We're still looking at that cold wave for the California and Baja area all the way down into Hawaii and southwest of it. The subtropics remain abnormally warm, the Gulf of Mexico looking a little bit cool, and of course the main development region is around or slightly above average. So, same as what we've been seeing the last few days. On this day in 2019, we saw Hurricane Barry, one of the ugliest storms arguably to make landfall. It did make landfall in Louisiana. Also at the same time was Tropical Depression 4E, and Tropical Storm Danas would be making its appearance in the Western Pacific soon. This is all powered by Cyclone History. You can find their Twitter handle at the bottom of your screen. Barry, we definitely don't miss you, and of course, it's just a symbol of the many landfalls in Louisiana we've seen in the last several years, especially with 2020. I don't know if that's going to be the case with 2021 after Claudette. Here are the next names for the Atlantic. It's now Fred, followed by Grace. In the Eastern Pacific is Felicia, followed by Guillermo, two names you could both be seeing soon. And in the Central Pacific, it's been the same name since we last saw Ima 637 days ago. It's still Hone. In the Western Pacific, it's Infa, followed by Sampaka. And in the North Indian Ocean, we're still awaiting for Gulab and Shaheen, names we likely won't see for a while there. And of course, in the Southern Hemisphere Ocean side of things, it is Patty, followed by Ruby that is next. In the Southwest Indian Ocean, we're waiting for Anna, followed by Batsire. In the South Pacific, it's Cody. Nathan should be back for another tropical weather bulletin tomorrow night.